A recent challenge in the Queen City task groups to get a little creative to address upward mobility in Charlotte. It's called FIX50 Hackathon Challenge. And here to speak with us today is Tariq Bakari, of course, City Council member, but also the Executive Director of Carolina Fintech Hub, and Dave Hunkley on the end here from the winning team, QC Upward. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. Explain the challenge to us.
Sure. So the Carolina Fintech Hub, among many of our other programming elements, for the last 3 years has done an annual hackathon. And it's really, for the first 2 years at least, has been our way to identify new market talent, you know, the millennials, the folks that all of the companies and tech companies are trying to hire, and really kind of give them an output to be able to put their innovation, their entrepreneurial skills on display and show them, hey, here's what I can build. And this year, we took a little bit of a pivot to say, well, what if we really just focus this on social impact, social good? And that's when we came up with the idea to say, you know, 50 out of 50 and upward mobility is Charlotte. It's such a challenge.
Absolutely.
Fintech, so hot. Can we combine those two and put some of our brightest minds on solving the problem with the use of fintech?
And will you do this? So you said it was the third one. So will you continue to do this each year? And how do you come up with a new theme?
So yeah, we will continue to do it each year. It's part of our annual programming at this point. And I think this year we made a bit of a pivot where we said, you know, in fact, I was watching the Netflix documentary about Bill Gates and how when he tried to tackle third world challenges that no one was really thinking about, sanitation and toilets for all things, he made a call to action of the universities, the best minds, and said, hey, why don't you guys try to innovate here? And that's where we got the idea to say, why don't we do the same thing?
And one of the great minds is sitting right beside you. Congratulations, Dave,
Thank
to
you
you and
very
your
much.
team. Tell me how you came up with the ideas and how many teams you competed against.
There were 170 teams that submitted ideas. We made the final 10 and then the final 2. And our team is focused on solving the impact issues that we can have when we think about individuals and their families that have critical needs. Oftentimes, they're struggling with job insecurity, food insecurity, homelessness. Maybe they don't have transportation. It's very complicated for them to find the help that they need. The good news in Charlotte is we have a lot of options available to them. The difficulty, though, is navigating that. So we're building technology that will help solve those challenges.
After you won, what do you do now? What's the next step?
Well, we continue to build software feverishly. We have a lot of development to do. The good news is we have software that's already up and running now. So we have nonprofits that are using our software to manage the intake process for clients, to manage eligibility, to handle referrals. The whole idea is to be able to connect individuals to the services they need over a period of time. And so we're not trying to just solve the problem of finding them a meal or a bed tonight. We're trying to help them navigate so that they can get back to a point of stability over time. And we know it's going to take coordination across a lot of different providers. So our technology addresses that, and we also are looking at the data aspect of it because we think there's a lot of power in looking at the supply and demand problem around this. Our Facebook page is QC Upward. We'd love to hear from folks that are passionate about this issue, that would want to help and maybe support our cause as well.
All right, Tariq and Dave, thank you. And you're making the world a better place. So I appreciate both of you guys for being here today.
Thank you.
All right, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Stay with us. Your Weather on the One's forecast is coming up next.